Hey guys, what's up? I'm the Kount. This is my studio here in Toronto, Ontario, and I'm going to show you kind of how I do things here. So, welcome. Oh, I got a kick and a snare, and we're going to try and build around that. So here we are. We're in my friend's garage, which we have over the years turned into what I like to think of as a home studio away from home. I like listening to shit really loud with these speakers. I didn't know music would be such a huge part of my life, and that kind of snuck up on me after high school when I started to dive deeper into audio engineering and collecting gear and just making weird sounds. I like to have like the drum track basically done and then come up with other stuff over top. Somebody ended up showing me all at the same time J Dilla, Madlib, and MF Doom. They actually just gave me a little sheet of paper that had those names on it. And ever since I found those and started listening to that music, I pivoted into making beats and kind of using my rhythmic background on drums to build out groups. Just kind of build up the texture a bit more. Just kind of trying to create a bit of movement. I think that one of the most challenging parts in terms of my career has been not waiting for inspiration to strike, to go into the studio when you're not feeling inspired and just start noodling with different things and instruments. Yeah, these kind of things are my favorite for rocking those different textures. I think the most rewarding part for me, other than the process itself, is being able to build a community and to be able to give people the tools to create music themselves. That's a pretty good start. This is a Maestro Rhythm King. It's a drum machine from the 70s. It has like built-in rhythms, which for a certain thing could work. But I really like this machine because you can actually just play the sounds, which kind of it works a bit better for what I do. Little microscopic rhythms that just make stuff bounce so much more. So that's a great little machine. Adds a bit of an electronic texture to what was already just pretty organic, but mixed with like the thickest kicks that you can find. When I bring someone into the studio here, I'm bringing them in for like a reason, whether it's because I really like the music that they make, or if I kind of understand like my own shortcomings and I want someone who is like just plays bass or just plays keyboards or strings and other instruments that are a bit like tougher to emulate. All right, so we're gonna pop this bad boy in. What I really like about it is you can just listen to the radio on it, and then you can run the radio through a bunch of delays. It's just like another one of those little textures in the background. But yeah, 90% of the time my process is start with the drums, get them sounding right, get the feel right, and then starting to add different elements or finding a sample that fits with that. And then from there, find something melodically that works. It's just the sum of all the little parts, and it just starts to feel really good. So, like, this is a cool, just like textured kind of sound. And maybe we'll just play around with this. I never know when a beat's done, but I just abandon certain ideas and I find a way to finish them, even though my favorite thing is just creating new stuff. Melody than bass. But the point of the gear is having more tools to kind of like a means to an end. I like the sound of organic instruments and real synths, especially with drums and percussion. I find it's not only kind of easier to get where I want with real instruments and drum textures, but also with the synthesizers. I find it just gets me from point A to point B like a lot faster than poking around in the computer. I think in one sentence, if I was to describe my music or personality, it's just what I always say, just turn the drums up. My experience with ADAM Audio has been amazing because it provides just more clarity, and it really just gives me a mix that I can translate. Like, I'm not second guessing myself, which I was for a long time when I went through many other pairs of speakers. I've always found that I get the best results from mixing on monitors. It's got to be in the room, and it's just adds so much more excitement. Yeah, it's all at the end of the day just whatever kind of like inspires me the most and gets me the most excited about whatever I'm working on. You want to have something that's transparent and that really gives you like a real world idea of how your mix is going to sound. Like, yeah, that's basically how I do things in here, so hope you're vibing with it.